Hi Hrithik, welcome to our show.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Pleasure
so
to be here.
back with Krrish 3. How much more superpower are you going to pack into this one?
How much more?
Yes.
Well, as I've packed in as much as I can,
Yeah.
and it's been a challenge, but I'm feeling good about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It as it always happens when you take on something that you know that scares you or that you are fearful of.
Right.
It eventually the rewards are equally satisfying and equally motivating and
Right.
adds more strength
Right.
to you. So I'm feeling good.
Yeah. Excited about it, huh? Yeah.
Yes, I am.
No, Vivek in an interview was telling us that you liked his role so much you almost wanted to do that. Tell us about it.
Well, when I heard the role, I was really attracted to that role, and I really wanted, to play a negative character in a
Right.
film. And up until then, I had not really found something that was exceptionally exciting.
Yeah.
But the way my dad had characterized this role, I just thought that this would be ideal for me. तो मैंने उन्हें रिक्वेस्ट किया कि maybe I should play this और उन्होंने मुझे एक सेकंड में he just shoved me
Nothing
aside
doing.
and said that because I'm doing 3 roles in it already. I'm playing Krrish, I'm playing Krishna, and I'm playing Rohit,
Right, yeah.
the father. So he said, बचेगा कौन पिक्चर में? I have to have some other actors in the film. But he was right because अब जब मैं देखता हूँ the way Vivek has performed in this film, I don't think I could have done
There
justice
was
to
one
it.
scene
the
where
way-
you saw him actually clapping at his performance.
His first shot.
Really?
When I saw his first shot, yeah. When I saw his first shot, I was absolutely thrilled. क्योंकि the character is not easy. It is a very layered performance, and जो उन्होंने किया वो उस पहले दिन पर, that was it. I just knew that this is bang on. So he was on the walking on the first floor of the set,
Okay.
and I caught his attention, and I just looked at him and said, I just did that because I thought he was brilliant in the film.
Yeah. But did you have any inputs for his role, the way his character would look also?
He had inputs in my role. I had inputs in his work. That's how it works. You have to allow other people to contribute to your life, and you always have to look for ways to contribute to others, and that's what makes it a better teamwork.
We also heard that your dad almost at one point thought he'll not be making this film. But then you said, we have to take up
That's
this challenge.
absolutely wrong. There was
Yeah?
not one point. There were about some 20,000 points
Really?
where he said that
Why?
that we should not make this film. First of all, when we began the script
Yeah.
of the film, it was getting very difficult to formulate this script because of the budget restraints, geographical restraints. He's a superhero of India. So, and how do we shoot in India? Where do we shoot on the roads, and how is it going to be possible? Because the crowds are going to be everywhere. If he's going to fight at India Gate, how do we pull that off? So where does he fight? How do we establish that he's fighting for India or he's saving the world? So that was one big challenge to, how do we script it? Or script bante bante. My dad kept feeling that kuch kam hai, it is not, because content is what drives him.
Absolutely.
It is not the decorations of the action and the special effects and all that. It's the content, and that's he's very focused on what the audience needs.
Correct.
And it's not the decorations, it is the content, it's what hits your heart.
Right.
So tabhi he said that it's not doing what it's not one of my, it's not it.
Yeah.
तो 2-3 बार the scripts got shelved, we threw it out, और हर बार जब होता था तो I used to just break my heart. I was like, how do we get this back? But it didn't leave us, it didn't leave him. Also there was right before the shooting there was another point जब my dad came to me and said that now it is shelved, now we're not going to shoot this film. और 1 महीना बचा था for the shoot.
So what was
and
this?
I had a slip disc, I had a double
right,
slip disc in my back, और doctors ने कह दिया था कि he can't do action. He should not do action anymore.
That's advisable, yeah.
Yeah, so my dad said, chalo, now we'll shelve it. Finally. It was, anyways, it was not good business sense because you would not make anything, I would not make anything.
Right.
This film would have just... And I said to myself, कि अगर ये picture अब नहीं बनी तो it will never be made. So I told my dad, give me 2 months and I will put myself back together, despite of what the doctors say, because I believe that there is always a way. If you really want something, there is always a way. and I found the way, and the rest is history.
But you know, when you're doing a part 1, part 2, part 3, like a franchise, there's always a lot of pressure, right? It comes at a very big risk. Does this fear come from there? Because
Pressure,
you know,
I
he
mean,
set a
there's
very high standard
pressure.
by making the first superhero films. So
Pressure
no.
is a good thing.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure you have some pressure right now because you're interviewing, and you know, it creates a bit of anxiety or nervousness or whatever,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
all energy. You know, you gotta just learn not to be afraid of it,
Yeah.
and there is always a way to channelize that and create something. If you channelize your nervousness or your fear, your pressures, if you channelize it into creating something out of it, you'll create something beautiful, because energy can never be destroyed. You know, it can just transform into something else. So you transform it into something beautiful, and that's it. That's what you do.
Tell us about the action girls, Priyanka and Kangna.
Oh man, they both are. I mean, they gave me a tough
A tough competition.
Yeah, Kangna is playing Kaya. She's a mutant, and she's formed by the DNA, which is a mixture of Carl, who's the main villain, Vivek, and a chameleon. So I won't tell you more about exactly what she's about, but she's. You don't know whether to desire her or like just be afraid of her.
Wow.
So that's a lethal combination, and I think she's done brilliantly well in this film. Priyanka, on the other hand, has an exceptional role. It's got a lot of layers. You won't expect the turn that the film takes where her role is concerned. She's obviously she's a fantastic actor. And more than that, I believe she's a team player, and very nice to be working with people who are team players, who are not just thinking about their own, selves. They're thinking about others, and they're thinking about the final goal of the film.
Hrithik, you're India's like only superhero. What are the qualities superhero really needs?
Well, believe me, I have been impacted by the character of Krrish in the most exceptional way. Whenever I used to put the Krrish cape on,
Yeah.
my pains disappeared. I felt unstoppable. I felt unbreakable.
Empowered.
Empowered, and it kept happening. Whenever I zipped it up and the mask was on, and I used to stand up, I used to give one
Feel like a real
big
superhero.
shout out, and I was unstoppable. And I did things which if the doctors had seen what I did in the film, they'd be like, they'd have to go back and recheck their science about, do we really know what science is saying? Because they said that it would be impossible for me to do it, and I did it all. And I realized that is it about the cape? Is it the mask? What is it?
Yeah.
What happens? And I realized all that happened was a mental shift in my mind, where I decided, you put that on, and there's just a mental shift where you decide to be a superhero.
Right.
You decide it, and you feel strong, and you're on your front foot, and you're just going for it. When you do that, you actually become invincible. To remind myself that it is all within, I can create that power from within. To remind myself, I manifested somehow with Farah this band which I keep with myself. It's something that symbolizes Krrish. और एक symbol जो होता है, a symbol is bigger than any actor. It's bigger than a movie. It's bigger than anything else, because a symbol is all powerful.
So making a film based on a superhero with a lot of special effects and action, it's also very important for the Indian audience, from their point of view, to keep the emotional quotient high.
Sure.
Like if you see Hollywood superhero films, they're very high on action, it's not so high on EQ. So
Yeah.
how do you strike that balance? Where I need to show this much action, I'm a superhero with superpowers, but there's emotional angle too.
Automatically.
Yeah.
Because we are Indians.
Yeah.
I'm an Indian. My father's an Indian. Indians are very emotional people. As far as Krrish is concerned, I mean, you can only create something that you are within. I know that I am an emotional person. My dad is, though he doesn't show it. He's got these Hitler eyes, but inside he's all heart.
Soft heart.
So yes, it's especially the character of Rohit is all love. He's vulnerable. He's a child at heart, which was the toughest of my characters, because एक तो वो बच्चा है in his mind, और on the other hand he is Krishna's father. तो एक father जब अपने बच्चे के अपने बेटे के कंधे पर जब हाथ रखता है, तो he has to give him that kind of strength. So how do I get someone like who's a mentally challenged child at heart and mind to give strength to his son. So how do I play him as a father and as a child at the same time, which was the difficult part. But Rohit is where, you know, all the emotional things radiate.
Yeah.
And it always has, right from Koi Mil Gaya to the previous Krrish. So he was a very, very important part of this film. In fact, he's the most important role in the film.
Apparently, Shahrukh liked the special effects so much that he inspired to make Ravan 2. Is that true?
You know, I don't think he's yet been allowed to see the special effects.
Oh,
He
really?
keeps complaining. And I'm like, you know, it's your studio. You know,
So why don't you
I
show it
haven't
to
stopped
him?
anyone. This is the discretion of the team there.
Okay.
They are very professional, and I respect that. That they still haven't shown their own boss the work that they have done. I think they want to surprise them, and I think they will.
Yeah.
Because I think they're quite proud of what they have done.
Yeah.
It is the first film coming out of India which is completely homegrown. All the effects, all the artists in this film are all Indian.
Desi,
And this is the first of its kind. So I think all they needed was an opportunity. All they needed was somebody to have that kind of faith that our artists can do it. If we just give them that kind of push.
Yeah.
So मेरे पापा ने decide किया था that if I make this film, it's going to be Indian. It's going to be our presentation to the world of what we are about.
You know, during Ravan, Shahrukh had said something very interesting that if we in India don't make such movies, our kids of this generation will probably just look at Hollywood for such cinema, such content.
I think cinema or any other kind of work is about progress.
Right.
You know, if you're not evolving, or I mean, some of us need to evolve. Some of us need to push the barrier.
Ahead,
Some of us need to have that courage and to create an example, learn by that example. Maybe we will falter, maybe we will succeed. In either case, you're learning, you're giving, you're moving forward. And I shudder sometimes to think whether, you know, if Dad was not there, you know, our cinema would have never had a convincing superhero or aliens or. So he's, according to me, in my head, he's the flag bearer. He doesn't talk much about himself or what he's done. He's not the kind of you know, showman. He doesn't have that in him. But apne aap mein karte karte, he has, you know, done something that is so exceptional.
The last question: if you had superpowers, I mean, you have superpowers, right?
Yeah.
So what is the one thing you'd like to change about the industry?
One thing that I would want to change.
How we would better Bollywood, the industry
I don't need
working.
powers to change that. You know, I think we all have to just have a vision. You know, if you have a vision in your head about anything that you want to change, and you go towards that vision, it's very important to not keep saying, "Arey yaar, this is wrong, that's wrong. I wish this would change. I wish that would change." ये बोलने से क्या होगा? कुछ नहीं होगा. What you have to do is, how can I change it? What can I do? How can I, you know, do this and how can I do that? Because my eventual outcome, I want to see it like this. So you got to ask the right questions. And if you ask the right questions, not me, anyone can change your environment of your home, your work. You just have to ask the right questions and take 100% responsibility on yourself. Okay, it's my responsibility. It's my environment. I want to change it. If I start blaming, I can't do it because of that, I can't do it because of that, then you'll never change it. You want to change it.
Bring the change in you, yeah.
Yeah.
It was super talking to you, Hrithik. Thank you so much. And
Thank
I
you,
really hope
Madhurita.
some of the superpower passes on to us.
It has already. Can't you feel
very
it?
empowered, absolutely.
Yeah, good. Okay. All right.
Thanks so much.
Job well done. Thank you.